Let's talk about greenwashing today. You must have heard about whitewashing. Whitewashing means like if you go by the meaning of the word, which means covering something which is you're not very happy and unpleasant things, and you just cover it up. It calls as whitewashing. Also, you have a word called brainwashing. Brainwashing is one in which somebody is indoctrinating you. Somebody is kind of planting ideas in your mind without having any choice with you. I mean, they're trying to change your opinion or views on uncertain thing, and that's brainwashing. These days, a term which is gaining a lot of ground and a lot of people are talking about is greenwashing. Greenwashing is like where companies are trying to capitalize on the fact that people are getting more and more environmentally conscious. We actually are. I mean, in the last 2, 3, 4 decades, if I may call it that way, from 90s onward, the globe is becoming more and more environmental conscious. And then that's right also, justified also. And there is a rising trend of green consumerism. People are looking at those environmental friendliness of a particular thing before they are deciding to pick up a particular object. And then we are more sustainable oriented. Ever since we have had World Summit on Sustainable Development, that definitely is a growing trend there. Also, we talk a lot about uh, this situation, which is where we have got, there's a word they use for them is green capitalist. The green capitalists are trying to misuse this consciousness of the consumer, and then they try to somehow uh, attract people for anything that is maybe superficial, as saying as a main point for marketing their product, and then just attracting the green consumers towards themselves. And many vague claims globally, I'm not saying only in our country, globally is being made about the word like eco-friendly, natural product, environmental sustainability, recyclable. I mean, without any specific standard that has been set for them, they easily, liberally use these words, and a lot of people who are, I would call it as environmentally conscious people, they get carried by such levels, and then that's not something which is correct. And then quite often we have got selective disclosures are being made by products like that. I mean, only those aspects they highlight, which is, I would call it as having environmental friendliness, while the other facts about the same product or the same services are not highlighted. They quite often do hyperbole. Hyperbole, like, I mean, they make up big promises about environmental connectivity, environmental sustainability, or green aspects, and that are actually doing greenwashing in the process. And this is growing every day. I mean, the consumers are, I would use the term that the consumers are having greenwashing fatigue. I mean, you hear so much of environment here, there, and everything, every goods and services. You say like, oh, this is too much of green connectivity. I'm not able to have my meal, have my services, have my product. So a lot of time, this is overdoing, and that is actually causing greenwashing fatigue. And in that backdrop, I think it is very important that we must be having a standard provision, shall we say, a greenwashing index to be developed, and that greenwashing index can be something which is where they can show to that extent this is environmentally friendly, environmentally conducive, and then they should also not be allowed to use this. The word is green PR. They should not only use green PR and then through that try meeting their own objectives of green capitalism. In fact, we are conscious of the fact green is beautiful. The planet needs to be going green more than ever before. But then, if we overdo it, we do it everywhere and everything, the chances are that it would probably create some kind of fatigue in the mind of the consumer, and then ultimately people would start receding from that. So it is high time the authorities, the government, the system come into forefront and develop some set of guidelines, specific in nature, that what all claims of green or environmental friendliness is allowed. They should not be doing a green sheen thing as a hyperbole and then making that green sheen as an impact on the individual, so that they get attracted towards buying those services and products. So we have to have some more sensitivity that this greenwashing, a form of brainwashing, is not happening to the people who are actually committed towards a cleaner environment for the subsequent generation and in our generations too.